So again, this is like the rumor mill right now. I don't know if this has been officially confirmed. It's nothing concrete. However, let's get serious for a moment, people. Let's discuss something. Like let's get dangerous a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If John Carpenter was to not only be involved in a Halloween movie, because he was involved in the David Gordon Green trilogy. I think he was like an executive producer. He did the score, which the score for all three movies are amazing, regardless of how people feel about them. So if he came back to be a part of it, not only be a part of it, but if John Carpenter announced that he was going to direct the next Halloween movie, how excited would we be for it? And that is a genuine, honest question I'm asking right now. How many people would be excited for it? And I'm asking because if it's one thing I notice about my favorite directors of all time, my OGs, it's like kind of like the further that they got into their careers. I'm not saying that they missed a step. All my favorite directors, they don't have a amazing track record all the way through. Nobody has a Cinderella season. Now, George A. Romero, he's made bad films. Wes Craven has made bad films. John Carpenter has made bad films. That fourth spot, I don't give a fuck, man. If Eli Roth can pull off two more bangers, it's gonna be him. I don't give a fuck what y'all say about the Ice Cream Man and the AI and the smear campaign y'all doing. My opinion is my opinion. I don't give a fuck. But John Carpenter, he's made bad movies, man. He has. One of the worst movies I've seen John Carpenter do is I was about to say Children of the Damned. It was Village of the Damned, right? I think that's the name of it. Amazing cast. But the movie is just like, it was one of them movies where it's just like, all right, man, I'll make it. Am I under contract? Fuck, man. All right, I'll do it. And the movie just was a snooze fest, man. And then I watched the last movie he directed, The Ward, months ago. And it's okay. Like, I love horror movies or movies in general that are set in mental institutions. The group of girls that were cast was pretty cool. But I'm like it's certain things I expect from a John Carpenter movie, man. It's certain framework that I expect from a John Carpenter movie, man. It's certain tension and suspense that I expect from a John Carpenter movie, man. And it's like I just couldn't find it in The Ward. And I say all that to say, like, my OG directors, they get like that towards the tail end of their careers, man. Like George A. Romero, like, if you know me, you know how I feel about George A. Romero's body of work, man, and just him as just a visionary. But like when we start getting into like fucking like Diary of the Dead and Survival of the Dead, even crazy shit like Bruiser. I haven't seen all of Bruiser. I've seen little clips here and there, but George A. Romero has not made, all his movies are not great. Wes Craven, My Soul to Take was ass. Scream 4, I think that's the last movie he made, man. Scream 4 is my least favorite in the series. I don't hate it, but it is my least favorite. Shocker, I'm not crazy about that shit either. Wes Craven's done stinkers too, man, and I'm a fan enough of these directors to know when they can do better. That said, do y'all think John Carpenter would be able to capture the essence of like a Halloween movie in this day and age? Like how? Like I know automatically people gonna think, oh, we're gonna get the best Halloween movie since the first one, scariest movie since the first one. Like everything that he delivered on the first one, he would bring back to this one. And it's not that I'm doubting the ball, but it's just like I don't know. I would want him to come back because I feel like this would be a big fuck you, not necessarily to the studio, but just to the situation overall, where he wanted to direct, he was down to direct Halloween H2O, and all he wanted was $1 million. And at the time, yeah, it probably seemed like a lot of money, but it's fucking John Carpenter, yo. I don't know if it was because they were like, yeah, dog, we saw John Carpenter's Vampires, and I don't know about all that. Like, I don't know if that came out first or after the fact, I don't know. But he only asked for $1 million. He only asked for $1 million. Like nowadays, motherfuckers is getting paid $10 million to step behind the camera in the director's chair. But they didn't want to pay him that money, and they hired Steve Miner. Cool. Friday the 13th 2, Friday the 13th 3, Lake Placid. That's cool, but you gave us a flawed ass fucking 20th anniversary movie, man. No disrespect, but I will never give Halloween H2O the pass that the majority of people give it, because it's just the flaws are unforgivable. But if John Carpenter had directed Halloween H2O in '98, it would have been a completely different thing. I don't give a fuck what bad movies he might have done prior to that. he probably would have locked the fuck in like never before. And I don't think he would have made a cash grab film. But like nowadays, man, I don't know. I would definitely want to see him come back to embrace and cradle his baby and nurse it back to health, and bring it back to where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? But I would just have those thoughts in the back of my head where it's just like, can he pull this off? And I know a lot of people like John Carpenter fans, such as myself, it's like, man, don't ever doubt one of the goats. Like, don't ever doubt that he could do something, man. What the fuck you talking about? But it's like, you gotta be realistic at the end of the day, man. Would he be able to, like, what if John Carpenter came back to do a Halloween movie, right? Direct it and write it, all of that shit. And what if it wasn't even better than Halloween Ends for y'all? Like, y'all would lose y'all fucking mind, yo, and y'all would be like, oh, stay retired, man. You should have never came out of retirement for this shit. But I would be curious to see what he does with this, man. And John Carpenter, I feel like he's not quite finished, and I'm cool with that. You know, you keep teasing your involvement, future involvement with Halloween movies. I'm down for it. Like, me being on the fence about certain shit, overall, I would love to see it happen for sure. Doubts and all. You keep teasing a sequel to The Thing, and you still tight with Keith David and Kurt Russell. You know, I'm down if you're teasing that. You know, whatever John Carpenter wants to be a part of, man, I'm always gonna be curious about it. I just want to know what he would do. Like, who do you cast in a Halloween movie? And it better be Aaron Armstrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't, I hope he wouldn't do one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna just get a 6-pack and just write it. I don't even want to do it. Like, what would he do? Would he do it? Like how? What do you do? Where do you set this? Who do you have write it? Who do you have your writing partner, your producing partner? It's a lot of factors in what he could do with a Halloween movie, man. I'm just curious though. I'm hoping this is true, because the internet's going to explode. Like, the Halloween community is going to go crazy. So I'm hoping that there's some truth to this right here.